Dear students, this is very important to understand parts of speech before we learn English. As I told you in your classroom, there are 8 parts of speech. You can remember an easy code P1 cap. Yes, let us start the lesson now. You can see here all the names of those 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. Let us learn all these parts of speech one by one. Here is an example sentence. In the same way, in your annual examination, you will be having a sentence and they are going to underline one word out of that sentence, and they will ask you to identify the parts of speech of that particular underlined word. Okay, here is a sentence, students. You can read it. The old tired man was sitting under a tree and patiently waiting for his son to arrive. Yes, in this slide, all the parts of speeches are identified. Look at the first one. The is an article. Old and tired are adjectives. Later we can discuss why they are adjectives. Man is noun. Was sitting, both are verbs. Under is a preposition. A again, it's an article. Tree is a noun and is conjunction. Patiently is an adverb. Waiting is again verb. For preposition. His pronoun. Son is again noun. To arrive is, as you know, it's an infinitive verb. Yes, my dear students, why old and tired are adjectives? I will explain you later. Both are the describing words of a noun, man. So man is the name of a person, so it's a common noun. We can recognize it as noun. In the same way, in your annual examination also, you will be given one sentence and one word out of that sentence will be underlined. You will have to recognize what parts of speech is it. Let us go to the next slide. Here we can discuss about noun. Noun is the name of a person, place, or thing, or an idea. There are some examples in this slide: teacher, boy, Bangalore, and lion. All these are, look at that word teacher. It's a name of a person, common noun. Boy is also a common noun. Bangalore, look, this is a proper noun. It is given name to a place. It's a name of a place and it is given by someone. Lion, it is also name of an animal. So it is also a noun. There are many types in nouns: common nouns, proper nouns, collective nouns, countable nouns, uncountable nouns, abstract nouns, and material nouns. Look at the another example given in this slide. Love is a beautiful thing. In that sentence, love is underlined. Love is an abstract thing. Why? Because we cannot see love. We can experience it, but we cannot see. In your regular classroom, I will explain you all these things once again. Let us go to the next slide. Here you can see some examples for common nouns. These are all general nouns. We call them in general manner. For example, school, boy, tractor, bus. We don't call them properly as Stella Mary School, Guru Raja bus, not like that. These are all common nouns. For example, boy, we can't name him as Mahesh, Mohan, Chandru, not like that. Boy is common noun. Tree, animal, these are all common nouns. Proper noun. Proper nouns are the nouns which are given by somebody, particularly for that person or for that thing or for that place. They are kept names. Proper nouns are kept names. Here are some examples: Raju, Radhika, Bengaluru, Tiger. These are all. Tiger is also a common noun. Okay, under that proper noun examples, there are some collective noun examples. Collective nouns are the noun names given to the group. For example, army, flock, herd. Look at those examples: troops, staff, team, family. Then comes the countable noun examples. Countable nouns are the nouns which can be counted. We can count them 1, 2, 3, like that. We can count them. Next comes uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns, as the name suggests, they are uncountable. We cannot count them. Look at those examples. Milk, we cannot count 1 milk, 2 milk, like this. Water, butter, these can't be counted. Next, abstract noun. As I told you while we were discussing the love word, abstract noun, these are the names given to the things which we can't see. We can experience them, but we can't see them directly with our eyes. Look at those examples. Decision, we take decision, but we can't see it directly. Love, courage, strength, sympathy, these are all the words come under abstract nouns. Material nouns, as the name suggests, material nouns are the nouns which are given to the materials. For example, take this. This is a plastic pipe. Plastic is a material, so such nouns are called as material nouns. Let us move towards the next part of speech, that is pronoun. I think you are very clear with the noun part. If a word if the underlined word is a name of a person, place, thing, or an idea, that can be identified as noun, no matter whether it's a common noun or proper noun. Okay, let us come to the next part of speech, that is pronoun. Pronoun is a word which replaces the noun. I mean, we use pronoun instead of noun. Why do we do so? We wanted to eliminate the repetition of the nouns in the sentence. For example, look at this example. Radhika went to Mysore. Radhika is a proper noun here. Mysore is also proper noun. Look at the next sentence. She wants to meet her friend. Look, in the second sentence, instead of Radhika, we use the pronoun she. It eliminates the repetition of the word Radhika, Radhika again. So we use pronouns instead of nouns. Her friend, look, her is also a pronoun. For example, if we don't use pronoun in that place, we will have to use Radhika again. Radhika's friend. Radhika wants to meet Radhika's friend. So pronouns are very useful to us to reduce the repetition of nouns. Look at the second example here. Students are preparing for the exam. Look, students is common noun here in the first sentence. Let us look at the second sentence. They wanted to get good marks. Look, instead of students, we used they. It reduces the repetition of students again and again. Okay, let us go to the next slide. There are some types in pronouns. First one is personal pronoun. In personal pronoun, we divide them again into subject pronouns and object personal pronouns. If the personal pronoun comes in the place of subject in a sentence, that is called as subject pronoun. If the pronoun comes in the object pronoun, we call it as object pronoun. Look, there are some subject pronouns: I, you, he, she, it, they, we. I, we both are first person subject pronouns. You is second person subject pronoun. He, she, it, they, these are the third person subject pronouns. In the same way, objective pronouns: me, you, him, her, it, them, us. These are all objective pronouns. Next, possessive pronouns. These pronouns tell us about the possession. For example, my, mine, your, his, her, their, our, ours. These are all possessive pronouns. Look, here is a list of personal pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns, reflective pronouns, distributive pronouns, and indefinite pronouns. While you are watching this video, you just take screenshots of this video and you just go through all the examples once again in your home. Let us move towards the next part of speech. Very important. Yes, adjective. In a simple word I can explain you. Adjective is a modifier of noun. It modifies the noun and it gives extra information about the noun. For example, as we saw in the first example, old, that was an adjective. It used to explain about the man. In the same way, here is an example: the smart student earned an A plus. Look, student is a noun here in this sentence. The smart, the red colored word smart, explains and give lot more information about the student. Student is a noun, smart explains the noun, so smart works as adjective in this sentence. You can simply understand the word which explains the noun in the sentence, which gives more importance, which give more information about the noun, is called as adjective. Go to the next example. I feel happy. Look at that example. Happy explains and gives more information about I. So I is a pronoun. Adjective even explains and give more information about pronoun also. No matter whether it's a noun or pronoun, it gives emphasis to the both noun and pronoun. Here are some more examples. While you are watching this video, you can take screenshots and you go through all those things. Adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, and proper adjective and demonstrative adjective. You can understand by reading these slides. Very significant part of our English grammar is